Some little small town in Texas,
Now you wildin'.
All right.
In San Antonio, you can get fined if you look at someone sexually without touching them or something. Like if I'm flirting with you.
And somewhere where?
Like if I'm
Texas.
flirting with you like this.
In this state.
In
Yeah.
San Antonio.
It's
In San Antonio.
It's a law that no one really like
Enforces.
If somebody,
like sexually looks at you.
Check.
you can be like,
Check,
oh, they
check.
harassing me.
No,
Turn me up.
not just harassment. I don't know what it's called. It's something stupid. I gotta show you. I just had to see the videos of Will Laws in Texas.
Check.
Like there's a small country town where you can't show your
I can't
ankles
hear myself.
anymore.
Yeah,
You can't show your ankles. You can't
but that's on that
another
list.
country
Check,
town
check,
in
check,
Texas
check,
or a
check,
small
check,
town in Texas,
check,
you can't
check.
shoot an animal off the 3rd story of a building. Like it's a lot of
Very
weird laws in
specific.
Texas. You
See
can't.
if
Texas starting to
see if
sound
your
like
mic-
no
turn your
fun.
mic.
You don't hear nothing?
I can hear you. I can't hear mine.
Mic check.
No, I can't hear mine.
That's ridiculous.
Check.
I did
No.
not know.
Check.
Oh, wow. Who pissed somebody off to make those laws?
Check. There we go. Check.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Carolyn and
Want to give him? You're gonna have this one. You wanna give
Yeah,
him?
no, that's fine.
So that was gonna be your mic.
You got to flip this over.
Yes. You want to say something so we can see if we can hear?
Oh,
Like,
these
check,
are yours.
check.
I don't need it.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I don't need it.
I was just making
5,
sure I can
6,
hear.
7, 8.
Can you hear it? Do it again.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8.
Boom, boom, boom.
Roll call. Oh,
Sure, boy.
Roll that
Sure,
beautiful
sure,
bean footage.
sure.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be
Man,
snacking.
you know that dog died?
Really?
I think so.
that dog.
Damn.
The Bush's baked
R.I.P.
beans
Bush.
died.
Really?
Yeah, like a while back.
R.I.P. Bush dog.
I just thought about it when he said it.
I just had the Bush, the refried beans I had was
Can you go
Bush.
ahead and hit this for me too? Please.
You want me to rub?
Just don't look at me sexually because I'm going to have you arrested.
Going to prison.
What happened? I cleaned off her mic.
Yes.
And I
I'm
looked
just
to the
rubbing
left.
the mic right. And I just happen to lock eyes with
Right.
and shit.
Hey, sir, I was just rubbing the mic. What? Are you coming on me now?
You don't like the pill on your cucumber?
This is from the already pre-cut.
Oh. That's more expensive, right?
It's like $3.
Mm.
It's more expensive than buying them individually and cutting them yourself.
I can see that. There's nothing you're not afraid to talk about. We're not gonna go too crazy because this is not the sex podcast.
Oh,
but I'm
we
just
can
letting
go
you know. The what?
Juice with
Nothing I can think of. Anything I should be aware of?
No.
Nah, but we got topics to talk about, but sometimes
Is there anything you want to talk about besides your business? Because sometimes
Business
social
stuff,
media.
upcoming events, and, you know. Other than that, I'm
You working
very
more?
much an open person, so.
I'll bring you a glass more.
you good.
Okay.
Now that's how we'll start off with
Your business and
talking about
everything.
your stuff, and then we're gonna get into the shits.
It's already recording?
Nothing crazy, yeah.
You eating candy, nigga?
Nah, some fruits.
What you got on that?
Tahini?
Tahini.
Nah, it's chili pepper.
Oh.
Right, you put
It's
that
the same.
shit- You putting that
Same
shit on
concept.
grapes?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good.
A little bit of lime.
Try it.
Oh, it is good. You're tripping.
It's a good grape too.
Is
You
it
gonna
the
put this in the
sweet,
middle?
crisp one?
Yeah,
This how that works?
yeah, that's good. That's a good grape too.
Mm.
That's interesting. That's not bad. Like once you get like
He's
the
from
first,
Dallas, so you
you
know.
get like the
San
first
Antonio
like
flavors.
tang
Yeah.
that hit your
Yeah,
taste buds.
it
It's
is
like
right there.
He's not used
once
to
you
the
get
Mexican
past that a little
flavors.
bit, you start the spice and the sweet start blending.
Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
You see all three? You see all four of us?
Damn, I've been missing out. Fuck.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond,
It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5 himself.
Fella to the left side.
and we are the
Where You At Podcast, bitch.
We have a special guest in the building. It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to set this up for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, but our schedules finally aligned.
Yes.
We have the one, the only brunch boss herself, Miss Erika Sheppard in the building.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having
Bam, bam,
me.
bam, bam.
I know we need our sound effects. We try to get there next season, this season.
We would have had it already, but your mom.
Do away my little lunch. But we have the Brunch boss herself. Where are you originally from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So, my name's Erika. Thanks for having me on here. I am from Washington, D.C. I moved here in the height of pandemic in 2020. I literally left my entire life behind. I was going through a really bad breakup from my ex-fiance, and I literally just like, I'm moving. And I sold everything that I owned. I got in the car. My mom is born and raised from San Antonio. She retired here, retired military. And so when I got here, I was like, okay, it's cool, but outside started opening up, and I was like, I don't know nobody. So, and so that's kind of where Brunch Boss started also. So I was like trying to force myself to get out there. I like food, I know people like food. It's a great way to connect.
Right.
So I just.
Was you doing this
up
there?
No. Before here, I've always been a project manager and an event planner. So there I was also doing makeup, and I've always helped people with like their websites and like designing and marketing materials and stuff like that. But coming here, I had horrible social anxiety. I was scared to talk to people, and it might not look so now because I'm 3 years in and it's a little bit easier now.
Right.
At the time, I was like, I couldn't even talk to people. I'd just be like super nervous, have a lot of, anxiety behind it, and I was like, I don't think I can meet people that way. So I forced myself, and then I've been working with like different business owners, and I've been trying to keep it local and feel the local flavors. I did grow up kind of with San Antonio because my mom being from here, we always visited a lot. But,
Okay.
Outside of that,
So you weren't foreign, like San Antonio wasn't foreign to you?
No, not completely. We used to go to Schlitterbahn every summer.
Did you ever get to go to Splashtown?
No, I did, but I don't have any like my memories of it. Yeah.
They fucked my memories up.
Yeah.
They just tore down Splashtown. I don't know what they're building right there now. A Chevrolet,
I don't know.
bastards. They could have rebuilt Splashtown.
Right.
But it's too small. That's probably why they didn't rebuild it. They have to compete with the Schlitterbahns and the Fiesta
But
Texas.
Schlitterbahn, that's been around for a while though. It's really
It's
no
not even family owned anymore.
Splashtown was for the inner city because everybody can't afford
And
Fiesta
then,
Texas.
but I think a lot of people kept
SeaWorld
getting hurt. And they had a couple deaths. That's probably
Yeah.
another reason why they closed it too.
Probably.
So is Schlitterbahn.
I
That's why
heard,
it's not family owned anymore
I
though.
heard of Schlitterbahn like back in like 05.
You haven't been?
06. No, I've been.
Oh,
But
okay.
like I had heard about it then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like 05, 06. Like a girlfriend of mine at the time was like telling me, like her and her family would always go. So and they're like, man, we gotta take you out there, and I never, knew about it. And they kept saying New Braunfels. I was like, I don't know, I ain't never heard New Braunfels.
Right.
Yeah.
But then as the military brought me out here and realized that New Braunfels was really up the street.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go out there and I'm like, okay. You could tell that back then it was like jumping.
Yeah, it
Before
was.
stuff like started building up
Yeah.
around it
Yeah.
and down like
And they have the new side with the bus that connects the two.
They do, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
three parks.
Yeah, it's 3 parks now.
So like the part that I saw, it may have been a little older.
yeah.
The part that I was at may have been a little older because
There's an old side and
I
a
didn't
new
because
side.
I didn't
Yeah.
know anything about it other than that. So when we walked up on it, we saw like it's essentially a camp, like a big campus.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It is.
So it's probably a lot of Schlitterbahn that I haven't even seen.
Yeah, man, you can go to the first part catch the bus to the second part, and then it's another part.
Yeah.
I want to say the third part is where the big ass wave pool.
Yeah.
It's like the lazy river.
Yeah.
But it's a wave pool, and the waves is high, and you be up there.
And the lazy river, actually, I don't know if it still does, but it used to shoot you out.
They used to go to the river. Oh,
The
you had a
actual
choice.
river. Yeah.
You had a choice.
There's somebody
shoot
standing
out,
there that'll push you.
Yeah, you can
either
go to
side.
the
Like
Yeah.
the outside of
Como
Schlitterbahn, Como River.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was dope. That was most of our field trips.
Where's
in
that
the
Guadalupe?
one of them.
One of them. The
They
river.
all come
One of them
together.
is
somewhere in there.
San Antonio River,
Yeah.
something like that.
Now I want to know, because you mentioned that you came from a breakup from your fiance. Does that change how you your outlook on dating? Do you ever want to get married? Do you ever want to get engaged?
Oh, I definitely
again?
want to get married. I will say it changed my perspective on how to date. You know, before I was never really big on like standing up for myself. I was definitely a yes person. I'm a lover girl, and you know, I'm such a helpful person. I would attract a lot of narcissists. So people always wanted to come use me, and I'd be like, yeah, you can have my last $5. I don't know how to pay my rent, but here you go, you need it. You know, I'll figure it out. And you know, did I always figure it out? Sure, but I shouldn't have had to have that stress. You know?
Yeah. So
it's like, and I couldn't, for the life of me, see that for anything. And so then after everything that happened, it was actually really bad how it ended. It was a wake up call for me. So I was like, okay, I gotta start paying attention to people. So therapy, shout out to therapy. Everybody needs it, in my opinion, because if the people who needed therapy went to therapy, those of us who, you know, get affected by it might necessarily need it as much.
Definitely. We push mental health over here. Like, I mean, since we're talking about it, we might as well do a check versus waiting to the end. Because we usually do a mental health check, so we usually ask how each other is doing on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being
so high
fake.
You trust the sky.
Nah,
so high you trust the sky. So how are you feeling today?
I am probably at a solid 9.73 true Virgo answer, because I'm gonna give you exact.
Nice.
That's the Virgo.
See,
what were the outliers on that?
I'm not hip to the.
Only reason it's not a solid 10 is because I haven't really reached everywhere I want to go yet, but it's so high because I can definitely see the roadmap now.
Okay.
And it's the other thing that's affecting it is, again, the relationship thing. You know, I'm kind of on this weird thing where I'm anti-dating at the moment, but not really.
You're open, but you're not looking.
I'm open, but I'm not looking. Exactly. I'm like, if it comes, he's gonna have to break into my house, y'all. He's gonna have to break into my house. But don't break into my house, please.
I don't want to start off like that.
How did your relationship start? Well,
we go together.
I was trying to. She had a nice dining room set. I was trying to get. And, you know, we just connected eyes. And,
right.
I realized
this is Texas. You connect eyes.
Robin Hood was so wrong.
I just realized.
Put some more stuff in here.
That's how I knew I cared.
Put some more stuff in here, man. What am I doing?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just imagine too much into the. It's not the fork you stole. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back into the relationship.
Right.
I'm bringing it in.
That'd be crazy. Well, as far as relationship, me personally, I push marriage. I think marriage is you got a lot of dudes that always say they don't see the value in marriage, or they always say it's nothing beneficial for the man, or the man loses, or whatever. It's always the negative aspect of everything that they looking at. Like, how about you just take care of your business in your marriage?
Hello.
Instead of just worry about that shit.
Those are the men who are settling and they just pick someone who's right in front of them instead of actually liking the person that they're with.
Yeah. What's the Bryce can do though, Joe Budden? Is this Ice or Ish?
Ish.
Is that the one that's into snow bunnies?
Yeah, the Dr. Umar was talking about. Well, he said something on another podcast that was true. He said, what's crazy is dudes is really still out here dating women because of their looks. Mm-hmm. That's it. You look good, I'm there. It's nothing else to it. Like, family oriented, what's your goals?
Yeah.
You know, do you want children? You know, it's none. It's just looks. You look good. Let's make it happen.
Get you a Virgo. We gonna try and make your life the best thing possible.
What's with the Virgo? What? I'm not. Me personally, I'm not into the signs like that.
Okay.
I'm a Sagittarius, so I don't know.
You're a Sagittarius. Okay, got it.
Oh, okay. See, I've heard that before.
Okay, got it. It's cool. I can't say anything because I'm a Sag rising, so it's fine.
See, I don't know. I know they got like, you a water sign or you a fire sign.
I don't go that deep.
Yeah, it's like it's people that's on. You watch TikTok long enough.
I'm
you have
person.
people on there.
I could tell you some things.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that will play a part in your dating? Like if it's a sign that, we're not compatible.
I'm not that. No, I'm not going to cut you off just because, I already know that that's your thing because you're this. I'm not there.
Right.
But it does help me understand to have the conversation. Like, I think it's premature for people because they're still outside liars that can affect how somebody processes things.
Yeah,
so just because you're a Cancer doesn't mean you're going to cry all the time. I know plenty of Cancers that don't cry at all because, #trauma. But, they have their reasons and people do different things according to different things that affect their background.
So you say case by case.
That's all.
There are a lot of commonalities.
You can't. Sometimes you can't always attributed to that, but at the same time,
It helps you understand.
it helps you understand. But if that person does, you know, exhibit those traits,
Yeah.
and they just so happen to be that sign, it's like, okay, well, I guess he fit. I guess he or she.
I'm just saying, every
that,
Pisces I know looks like a little fish. I'm just saying, there's just certain
My
things.
wife
Oh,
was
I've heard that on the TikTok video recently, that people look like their sign. I
Mm-hmm.
heard that recently, and I'm like,
Well, I don't think I look like my sign. My sign is
what are you, a
You're
Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
it's what are they called?
So it's
The
not.
horseman.
It's not has anything to do with that. It's more so like certain physical features. Like Virgos, we tend to have more of a longer face, and like I think certain. I can't remember all of them, but some of them like they mostly have brown
features.
hair, or they most have like it has nothing to do with like the actual signage of it. But
That's weird. I don't discount it. I just don't. I don't like those people that is that. Like,
yeah,
the reason why I do this is because I'm this.
So they
they
meet you.
Like, no,
What's your
you
sign?
just ain't
What's
shit.
this?
That's
Right.
what it is. I think all signs ain't shit. Like, it's somebody in that sign that ain't shit.
but, I mean, you're a Leo. No thanks. I already know how this is gonna work out. I've used that line before, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do they
I mean,
look at
some
you
dudes
crazy?
is getting into it because they know a lot of women are into it. So they'll get into it and they like, but then they just use that as
Listen,
game.
as soon as a man tells me, "Oh, I know my big three," I'm like, "Who told you about your ex-girlfriend, your baby mama? Which one of them?" Because
They
you
had to
know,
be
it
a
was
female.
it was a woman that told him.
See, I don't even know big three. I'm thinking basketball right now.
What's the big three?
Big three is your sun, moon, and rising.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not.
Then you get into the Mercury, you get in your Saturn, you get in your North Node and your South Node. I told you I could get into this.
Well, while we talking about dating, this is a weird segue, but
weird segue.
it is. While we
No,
talking
it
about,
ain't. It actually ties
it fits
into
in.
it.
It
though.
ties in while we talking about dating. So this list popped out of the top cities with high STD rates in 2024.
Yikes.
Let's hope it's not your city where you're from. I was born and raised here, so I know I'm not on the list, but we have coming in number 1, Memphis, Tennessee.
The MILF.
That is crazy because Memphis is like this big and the
Yeah.
cities are crazy out there. I gotta speak.
I mean,
to you.
Glorilla might have. Nah.
Number 2, Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson is small too, ain't it?
Quicker letter, I. Humpback, I.
Travis, did anybody ever sing that song? Oh, you don't know the song.
He don't know the song. He didn't know
Don't do
the.
that.
We're gonna have to. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
It's David Banner. You might have heard it before, but it probably wasn't like. You probably was.
Especially during that time, like
Yeah.
I was, everything we was, everything was south or whatever, but like I was focused more so on what was going on in Virginia. And what
Yeah,
was
that's
going
what I
on
was
in
about to
Texas.
say.
Like,
I was about to
didn't-
say that around that time you probably wasn't. It
Nah.
probably wasn't like that because I don't think Pastor Troy and David Banner wasn't really that
Big
huge
yet,
in
no.
like everywhere else.
Nah.
But here it was because all that music got chopped and screwed. So.
Yeah. And then then of course like you had Atlanta, with Luda, and then you go to Louisiana, you got
No
Wayne,
Limit and
you got Wayne,
Cash
you
Money.
got Boosie and Webby and
Yeah.
Fox and Mill and
Number 3, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina.
That's interesting.
4, Baltimore, Maryland.
I believe that.
Be more.
yeah.
5, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, the lies.
Oh, I definitely believe that.
I ain't gonna lie. Number 6, I thought would be a little bit higher. I ain't gonna lie. New Orleans, Louisiana. I don't know why.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
it'd
thought
be a
that'd
little
be
bit
higher.
higher.
That's pretty
That's
low.
interesting.
That's pretty
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a little bit. 7, Milwaukee.
Well, shit, that's
interesting.
I've never heard nobody even talk about
From-
Milwaukee.
I know.
I know one person from Milwaukee. I
Like
used to
the-
work with them.
Like the tool line? Because what are we talking about? People live there?
Black people.
Right.
8, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Huh?
Ain't nothing in Little Rock I can see it.
Maybe it's because there's nothing to do out there.
But each other.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the
It's your turn.
That's the STD. That's what
Damn.
it
Same
is.
one.
Everybody knocking everybody down.
Washington, D.C. coming in at number 9. Let us know, ma'am. Isn't that where you from?
It is where I'm
Chocolate
from.
City.
Chocolate City is not Chocolate City anymore, unfortunately.
That's what I heard.
Gentrification is real.
That's what I heard.
Chico Bean always talk about it.
It's really sad. It is not the same way from when I was growing up. I grew up in Anacostia, in Southeast. I went to Archbishop Carroll High School. Shout out Archbishop Carroll. Listen, Back in the day, it used to be all family vibes. They brought Walmart in and messed everything up.
Damn.
Because for the longest, they were
too.
anti-Walmart. And then I feel like after that, the city was just,
Wow.
now you see other people walking around Southeast with their dogs and stuff. And
Yeah.
you're like, you feel safe here? And they're like, yeah, they redid the whole, like, oh, that's crazy. So
It's getting that like that here.
I would say it wasn't us. I'm just saying that.
Man.
What number was that?
Number 9. Number 10, Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's definitely
yeah, that sounds all right.
I'm surprised.
For sure.
I'm surprised nothing in Cali was there. I'm surprised Texas wasn't
Wait,
there.
hold on. Let's finish the list before we talk about that. 11 is Cleveland, Ohio. 12, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
13,
definitely.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mhm.
14, Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, the
Greensboro,
Carolinas.
Greensboro's a
Carolinas
college
is-
city. I went to A&T, so
Oh, wow.
it's
All
a
the
ain't nothing but a
Carolinas.
college city.
15, San Francisco, California.
there we
was
go.
on the list.
That's
16,
American. I ain't
Jacksonville, Florida. And 17, Miami, Florida.
So it's mostly
Why
east.
Miami not higher?
Like,
Wow, at least number 3.
right.
Miami and
Miami,
California. San Francisco I thought would be a little high too. Isn't that like
Dave
the
Chappelle said San Francisco was America's anus.
ain't that the capital?
I
Like,
was like, what?
Not no more. It's Atlanta now.
yeah.
For sure.
But Atlanta,
Houston
it's not even
gotta
as
be
high
next.
as I thought it would be.
Huh?
Houston gonna be next.
No, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta's not even on the list.
That's why I was saying, like, no
And every
Texas.
The
No,
list I
Texas
saw
or
said that Texas was up there, and it was high. Like,
And Dallas was one of the top cities.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
I heard.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they talking about overall, like,
yeah.
versus a specific STD.
Oh well,
don't
maybe.
know.
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know. Still though,
You think so? You think it's not? You think it's more?
I think it's a collective
selective,
of
like a collective, and not just a
right.
particular.
It could be because
It could be either or, and they just not saying that part of it.
and we don't know who made this list. So
We don't.
Yeah.
Anyone could have made this list.
maybe somebody Texas made it because they
They got mad. They got mad. They're like,
That was a lot of East Coast,
It was.
Eastern.
No shade to
Seaboard.
Baltimore, but I definitely believe that about Baltimore. Listen.
I've been to Baltimore once.
Where'd you go? The city or the county?
We went to Maryland.
Yeah, the
The,
Baltimore.
the
is-
university went to a graduation, and that's when Tall Tees was in.
oh,
But you know that was a South thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't. So we go with our tall tees and shit, and they up there dressed like, they got vest on with, like the long sleeve shirts and vests. They looking at us
Long sleeve shirts and vests.
like they had a vest on, like a regular vest with like
like a church vest?
like a button up shirt with a vest, shit like that. But it was like a fashion choice, I guess. But this was like 2002.
I love my Baltimore folks, but they be
Something
some
like
Bama's.
that, but the way they was looking at us, we was looking at them like, what the fuck do y'all got on?
Baltimore
and they
is
was
its
looking at
own
us
thing.
like-
That's why we do not claim them. They are not part of the DMV. Please don't ever go to DC and say, "Oh, I went there. I went to Baltimore." They will look at you like you crazy. Like
Wow.
that is
So
not.
they got
the
kicked
DMV.
out. So it's just what is it, the DM?
No, it's
Or the
DMV. It's still
Delaware,
DMV,
Maryland,
but
Virginia.
DC,
Oh.
Maryland, Virginia. DC, Maryland,
DC,
Virginia.
Maryland, Virginia. I'm sorry, Delaware.
That's the DV.
But the M part does not encompass. Maryland is its own. Is split up. So outside of the purple, I'll give it all the way to Laurel. Outside the supposed purple line that was built on the
So
metro for the
Laurel's
longest,
considered.
sort of, kind of, not all of Laurel. It's just the side that's closest to the city. The other side, it's like half of Laurel. The other half is just Maryland.
Parts of it.
So you have Baltimore, you have Maryland, and you have the DMV.
See, that's how we explain the east side to people. Because you go, it's zoning, so it's
Yeah.
different, but like when they say sunrise, and they say, oh, there was a shooting on the east side and sunrise, and we looking like,
That's not the east
well,
side.
that's not the, it's the
That's
north side.
northeast side, but
But with zoning, that's considered the east side now. So it's weird.
Yeah.
East side leaves, when you leave Martin Luther, W.W. White, you're no longer on the east side. Anything in between W.W. White and maybe a little bit downtown
yeah.
is no longer the east side. It's like a square, a rectangle. Now it's everywhere now. You can be in East Central District and be the east side now. That's why these kids is messed up. This is exactly why these
Not
kids.
this
is
is why
messed
these
up.
kids messed up.
They don't know what's going on. They out in the country. It's the east side. Nah, bro, you in the country. You in the literal sticks. That's literally the sticks. That's not even a hood. No
While we still talking about relationships, I don't know if you ever been through this, but men who are more loyal to their friends than they are to their girlfriends. Have you seen that? Have you been through that?
Oh yes. Oh yes. In a past life, before I moved here, you know, I don't know. It's just.
Look, I can't cap because I think it's case by case, but it is true. I think
That's not new
dudes-
information though.
I think all dudes don't start out like that
What?
with the loyalty thing. They find that girl that they really like,
Yeah.
and she ends up doing some shit, and she fucks that up for everybody else in the future. All it takes is one, cause dudes,
Don't know how to recover fast.
What do you
Nah,
mean?
man,
Just
like,
like cheat or something? Like,
yeah, just anything like something like that.
there was
Mostly
some-
like
there
mess
was
with a
some trust
homie.
there was some trust broken.
Yeah, so
Because,
after
like, it
that,
takes
it's
a
like
lot.
Every woman after that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes a lot. It takes a lot for a dude, especially a young dude, to open up to a woman because we're that close to how we were brought up as to like, hey, men don't cry, we don't share our emotions,
Yeah.
you know, things like that. We swallow that and we just keep it moving. So yeah, so when something like that happens, like we find this girl that we real like into, and like so to the point where we still got our boys and everything like that, but it's more, hey man, I'm kicking it with my girl. You feel what I'm saying? Like we finna go do this more because you fresh in it, your nose is wide open, and for a dude, for a male young man, that's a lot. Like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we young, we're told to be out and do all manner of things with whomever we want, however often. It's always like that. It always ends up like that.
I'd argue that these.
Hold on real quick. Okay.
Not always, but most of the time for guys, when we, like D said, we don't start off. Most of us don't start off like just dogging females or like looking at females a certain way and not being able to trust and everything like that.
Yeah.
We don't
I
look at.
I agree with
We don't
that.
start off like that. It's all, and we definitely don't wake up and decide, yeah, you know what? Never mind with her. Let me do it. If we
Honestly.
get to the point where we love a woman and something like that happens, yeah, it's
take a long time.
without
It's a-
going
yeah,
you
you
don't have to go
can't-
into details, but explain to us a little bit about what happened with your situation. Oh,
Girl, that's so dead and so long. I mean,
Give him a shout out.
heck no, he don't even deserve that kind of energy.
sir.
He might watch the podcast.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you do.
Listen, because they still follow everything that I do. Hello.
There you go. Bring some people with you. Yeah.
Make sure you like.
Yeah.
Double tap that. I'm not gonna do that because then that would imply. Anyway, so I literally would have like food out, whatever, like that, and I would just be there, and I'd be like, "Can we do something this weekend?" And he'd be like, "Oh, we gotta go play basketball. I gotta do it with the boys." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, that one did last long because I mean there were other things that were happening that infidelities. Literally, somebody came up to me and said that she'd seen inside my house and like she
Oh shit.
knows the back of my car. I was like, the back seat? That's what you said on 46? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's awkward. Thanks for the information.
It's nothing to brag about.
Right, but and I moved accordingly. But it was real interesting. So
well, she told you she knows what your house look like.
she's like, don't you have a picture on the inside? Like she literally described like the picture of my house.
Oh, that's bold.
See, Chris
Yeah.
Rock said
I
no
wouldn't-
sex in the champagne room.
Listen.
That means you don't bring nothing to the house.
That's what that meant?
That's what I took from it.
Oh.
Or here's a
Jay-Z.
better one. Just stay in your relationship or break up.
Oh, that-
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Don't bring nothing
Don't
to the
step
house.
out.
Don't just break up.
Definitely.
Either way.
Jay said, you won't see me places where I'm comfy at with no biatch. Oh no,
Oh,
you
yeah.
won't see that. There's no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
If that's how you moving,
Yeah, because
why are you bringing that back to your house?
Listen,
People are dumb.
questions that need answers. I was like, bro,
That's
are
a
you
bad
serious?
omen, man. Like, that's bad.
Yeah. And I'm the type of person, I don't go looking for nothing because it always presents itself to me. I don't have to look for anything. And it just, my intuition is crazy accurate too. And I'll be like, do you know so-and-so? And they'll be like, huh? I'll be like, where'd that name come from? I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like I should ask you this name. And then everything just kind of spills
Wow.
from there. It's been real crazy.
y'all
some of the
think
stuff
men
that
have intuition?
No.
I think we do.
I think we definitely
I don't-
do.
I think we ignore it though.
I don't know if it's intuition
I think
or if
it's
it's
not-
more
it's not
so
intuition,
like
though.
It's not
if
intuition.
it's more so is she doing what I'm doing?
No. Look, this is. I'm gonna tell you how it goes. Men know how. So if you with your woman for a while, you know how she acts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chances are she probably take on some of your characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
When she starts stepping out,
Because someone else
She
is
gonna start
giving her
taking on
characteristics.
the
But
other
that's because
dude-
you're paying attention. You strategize. Men are good at strategy in general when they're in tune and they're aligned.
Mhm.
But women have intuition that is literally our gift.
like a gut
It's-
feeling.
Yeah, and if you're really intuitive and you really know how to center yourself, then it's more than just a gut feeling. It can be any of your senses. You can be clairvoyant, clairsentient. It goes really deep. And you can hear it, you can see it, you can dream it, you can taste it.
My last relationship, I knew he was gonna cheat before he did it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the exact way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not think that you can?
Well, not like before I got with him. I'm talking about while I was with
With
him.
him.
Do you not think
Not
you can
before.
like really? You know, life and death is in the power of the tongue, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Yeah.
think you can talk and drum
Yeah, I
up
know,
some shit
but
and ha-
if it
That
comes
is
to
true
you
too,
and I
but
didn't
it
think
just
about
it came
a
to
vi-
me
is
like
it a
that night.
vision? Like
It can be. It can
can
be
be
something
kinda
you
like that.
hear. It can be something you see. You literally can read it,
Yeah.
and you be like, "Why?" Would
so
that
is it
come
something
to that?
like it's intuition, but it's more like y'all paying attention to the signs? Because I
No.
believe it's always a sign. Just like
Yeah,
you said, men
they're-
are in
so
tune to the characteristics that their woman is taking on.
Mhm.
That woman also pays attention. Like all of a sudden, you come home and get straight in the shower. Just something simple as that. Versus you coming home,
Well,
you
yeah.
play with the kids, you lounge around for a minute, this and this. But all of a sudden, these past 2 weeks, you've been boom knocking
You
them out.
real clean today, babe.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
just stuff like that. And it might not necessarily be that, but I'm just saying,
They pay attention
notice
to all that.
those
Yeah.
little different movements that you take. Because, I mean, I think,
But that also is the little seed that I feel like has made relationships the way they are today.
Mhm.
People aren't talking. A lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
can come back to the basis of communication and how people relate to one another. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember, it's me and you against the world. It's not the problem and us on either side of it. We each have a viewpoint. No, it doesn't matter what our viewpoint is. It can be opposite, but the problem is the problem.
yeah.
And we need to talk through it until this is worked out. That's it. That's all. We both are going to grow from it from our own perspectives. But because most people don't have that perspective, and there's so many podcasts out here, or there's so many like people, including relationship gurus, that are like,
They-
leave them. And it's like,
All
no.
of them, none of them married. All of them failed
Divorced.
relationships. I'm like, why am I
Or-
taking advice from you? Like,
Right.
for the life of me, I couldn't understand why people took advice from Steve Harvey. And you had 3.
He's
You
on his
married
third
your
one.
side chick.
I
Man.
love. She's the heart of my. Who was that said that? He was like, she did everything for me. Which one? The first
Cat
one,
Williams.
the second one? Yeah, Cat Williams. He's like, which one, sir? Who are you talking about?
Oh, shout out to Cat Williams, man. You didn't start the
Listen.
whole. You
Y'all watch
started a
Monique?
whole shitstorm.
Yes.
I haven't watched the full
Yep,
one yet.
I
I
did.
did.
I haven't watched the full one yet.
She's
I
been saying
seen,
the same thing the whole time. I've been rocking her.
Yeah.
but it's
Here's my problem with everything. Why are people so upset with the
Shannon.
person who provided the platform as opposed to the people
Who's
that are
saying it.
saying what they're saying about you?
Because they have to put their blame somewhere, and it ain't affecting the people
Like
who's
y'all are
saying it.
y'all are deflecting y'all energy to the wrong. Like DL Hughley's doing it.
Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb.
I got mad with Corey because I take Corey as a stand-up guy.
Yeah, but
He was
like
the
him,
one like a black sheep kind of.
That's a
the-
classic PR move.
It is.
And that's what I was saying. It seems like ever since that Cat Williams episode, before that, nobody was talking about Shannon Sharp's podcast or anything. Now, ever
Not
since
like
that
that,
happened,
nah.
yeah, not like that.
I mean,
But
it
ever
was,
since
it was
it happened,
growing, but the way that the way it happened,
it just skyrocketed
after that. Yeah.
and then now he's a talking point.
That's
now.
my niche.
So it's exactly. That's what it is. So now you got everybody honing in to the point to where like, oh, his assistant is gay. He's sitting courtside with the assistant. The assistant is also his wardrobe person or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
And
do you know how many gay men are head of
Stylists?
those stylists
Right.
and everything for your famous
right.
people? You know, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard this. That's his nephew too. So it's not just like a random
I'm not sure.
person.
I don't know.
I heard it twice.
that.
I haven't looked into it, but I was that's the only thing that really pissed me off. Why he after y'all can't say really nothing else. The only thing y'all can really start going after is sexuality.
Because if
Mike-
it's true, they can't come right out and say you're lying, and then when they come up with the receipts, they're like, oh, I mean, I was lying. You
Yeah,
know, so it's like the only thing you can do. Look at this. This is terrible.
And Shannon had an obvious issue
I'ma
with that.
see.
And then Mike was like, well, if you're gonna pull up, okay, pull up, and like that whole thing. But my thing is, it's
Mike don't wanna see Shannon.
whether it's Mike Epps, whether it's D.L. Hughley, whether it's Kevin Hart, whether it's Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, whomever has an issue with Shannon Sharp, as opposed to having
The issue with how it happened or what is going on.
what was said.
Well, yeah.
In direct contrast of what you have been saying, or what y'all have been saying about Kat and Monique, if y'all are more, if the and Steven Jackson's in there too. Whomever has an issue,
That nigga was just straight hating.
yeah, like whomever has, that was a different
That was
situation.
straight
That was different, but it was kind of the same
It was
thing.
kind of the same, but
you could tell.
I think he was
rooted
mad because
somewhere
that
else.
wasn't their platform. I think that's what that was.
If you upset with Shannon in any way, and not just solely directing it to these two people, that's hoish to me. Because especially if you come out and say something about people,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing I can say about DL, he came right out and said Monique was a liar.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ricky Smiley did the same thing with Kat.
He
didn't say he was a liar. He kind of explained himself more.
Yeah, he did was explain himself. DL's the only one to come right out and say, Monique, you're a liar.
Yeah.
Right? But everyone else
Blamed Shannon Sharp.
But I'm saying everyone else that Kat and Monique has talked about, from Tyler Perry to Kevin Hart to Oprah, all the way down, all across the board, none of them have come back and said he or she has lied.
Right.
And you know who really can't say that she's lying? Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Because she let Shannon hear that audio clip.
Yeah. Shannon,
And he went right in the camera and was like, hey man, I know what I heard.
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about. You cannot unhear what you heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe with the Kevin Hart thing, what she said about Kevin Hart. I believe that's true too. And she's not the only person that said this. It's been other people who said it, but it's just who's saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Kat said what he said, nobody said, bro, you lying. Hey, boy, this ain't.
They're
this
like,
ain't,
why are you talking about that?
What? Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, that happened so long ago. Why you bring that up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
The person most bothered by it, especially what Kat was saying, was Kevin.
Yeah.
Because right after that, I think they were watching a basketball
they did a
game or
whole
something.
15, 20 minute
Like, it was him and his homeboy.
bum ass, not funny ass.
None of them funny.
None of them.
But look at Kevin's whole demeanor. You can tell when somebody trying to laugh and smile through something that's bothering them.
Who's the dude that kicked Kendrick Perkins?
Yeah. You
Shout out to Kendrick. You didn't say that to Cat Williams. You didn't say that to Cat Williams. He jump started. Kevin, I think they did that on purpose though. I think they kind of planned it because they wanted to have not just the movie, but that's a huge platform at that time, and they gonna take that. And since they're not gonna go on Shannon Sharp, take that platform with those millions of people and take shots at Cat Williams. But none of it was fucking funny.
But none of it was funny. I mean, like, Kev didn't say nothing. All he did was laugh at what people were saying, and it wasn't even I still can't believe Cat got whooped by a 15-year-old, but it's just what it is.
It is what it is.
Right.
You know, people get whooped every day.
He's the same size as a bitch.
It is what it happened.
Nowadays.
I heard he looked up to the 15-year-old.
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a little bit, but my thing is what? Yeah, okay, he got into a physical altercation with a child.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right.
What does that have to do with what he said about you?
Deflection.
No.
Deny. We don't talk about it. Did y'all know that
It
the
ain't
sky
go-
was blue?
It ain't gonna go away. It's not gonna
Yeah,
go
you ain't
away.
looking-
And people ain't forgot that Cat.
But the sky is blue.
Yeah, the sky.
sky. Well, we was talking about sky and the grass, right?
Yeah,
See how I
like-
changed the subject just like that? That's all we did.
That's all they do.
People ain't forgot that, people still asking questions about Kevin's, like, how he mysteriously
Blew up.
ended up
On the
not getting charged with a DUI when he got,
Mm-hmm.
remember that injury he had not too long back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that just, we just ain't talking about that no more. No, we
Right.
ain't forgot.
That's
I ain't forgot.
This is me in a
And
wheelchair.
I'm glad he
Yeah.
came. And I'm glad he came up out of that. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm really glad he came up out of that because apparently
It was bad.
it was a bad situation.
Yeah, he was. I think he's an alcoholic.
Most entertainment people in
But
that
I think it's-
they bored.
I think it's a difference. I think the money brings out who you really are.
Yeah.
So I think he was always that, and you can tell. I always had an issue with people that did interviews with shades on, dark ass shades.
Oh yeah.
I always had an issue with that. Like, they say the eyes, the gateway
Eyes
to your
to your
soul
soul.
is through your eyes or whatever. I think when people, and the one thing I didn't agree with Cat Williams was, I didn't agree how he said it, but I understand what he was saying about Ricky Smiley saying what he said and his son passing away.
Right.
I get that concept, but also when you listen to all these artists that's talking about that Illuminati stuff, they always say the shades.
Mm-hmm.
When they feel ashamed of what they've done or something, they come out with the shades on. And Kevin Hart has a shit ton of interviews with shades on.
Yeah.
Except with The Rock. When he with The Rock,
You know.
it was a different vibe.
Yeah, it's totally different. But with him and Cube
Yeah,
I remember-
Cube wears shades.
all the time.
He been wearing those
But
since NWA and all
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
a
So
little-
that was
That's
kinda-
different.
bit of a
That's his
different
look.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
his
but
iconic look.
with Kev, like anything, like I remember when I was in St. Louis and they were promoting Ride Along,
Mhm.
and they came through and they went to the Emo's, a pizza shop. If you ever in St. Louis, go to Emo's, bomb pizza. But they was doing that, and they were like literally inside on the like a little news on the news or whatever, and eating some Emo's and giving a review. Kevin got big drunk shades on, and it's like 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, or something like that. I'm like, you inside?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I think it's something to it.
I don't even feel comfortable having sunglasses on inside. I don't feel comfortable.
My
I don't know how
father-in-law,
people
when he
do.
was alive, he would tell you to take that shit off. He was old school. You take that shit and your hat.
Yeah.
You come inside, and he come inside. I'd be sitting there talking to my wife at the time, but my girl, and he'd be like, hey, let's do something with that hat. Oh shit, my bad. He old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just different things, So
We're gonna go on to the next topic on our list, and shout out to the topics brought out to our co-host tonight, D. He came up with the topics tonight, the dope
I be
topics.
stealing y'all shit off of TikTok.
Nah.
But our next topic has to do with Mr. Kanye West himself being a marketing genius.
Yay,
I also
yay.
thought about Beyonce also being a marketing genius because if you did not know, she dropped the country song right after the Super Bowl was over. As soon as it said so and so is the winner, it's boop
Right.
on her phone.
Mm.
Country song.
Was that the whole point of that commercial?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the tour.
That's why she said
Part
break
two.
the internet.
Internet,
She
yeah.
literally
Oh,
broke
gotcha.
the internet when she posted that country because no one was expecting that country song.
Because she hadn't. I'm assuming she hadn't talked about it.
No,
Mm-mm.
no one knew she was. The only
Beyonce
person
don't
that
do interviews?
Huh?
Beyonce don't do interviews.
She
I know. I'm saying like I don't follow her on
she
nothing,
don't
so I
post nothing
No,
either.
she don't talk. Like she don't.
She don't talk. She don't even post promo. She
Like-
just
like-
even
That
with her Blue
commercial
Ivy stuff.
was the most I've heard her speak
Yeah.
in so long.
Yeah, I kind of thought
Exactly.
it was a video.
But not just her
Shit,
speaking.
damn.
Even if you check her Instagram, she rarely posts promo, anything.
Mhm.
Even when she drops new
I
clothes,
don't
it's
think
just
she
boom
needs
the
to.
day
Though. I
of.
think her
Yeah.
shit is that her following is that big to where
Beehive is so intentional, and it just shows that if you have a strong enough community, your community will back you. Just like they're the ones fighting for her to get on these country radio stations. They're the ones that are checking the radio. She don't have to do any of that. I'm like,
so if you don't know the country radio stations, then I want to play her country song because I guess they feel like it's not country enough.
And play Beyonce. Like, have you heard the song?
Shout out to the TikTok choreographers. Already seen a couple line dances already.
Yes, I tried. I was like, oh, this is the new Tamia. Oh God, I don't
already
know that.
Seen a couple line dances out there too, so they ready for it. But what were you saying with the Kanye West and Mark?
Well, Kanye West. So you know,
he just dropped the EP, right, with him and Ty Dolla $ign to drop the little EP.
But I think this was for some Yeezy, something with Yeezy.
Oh yeah, because right now Yeezy's $20 right now on the site.
Yeah. Well, he made $19 million off the commercial, just shooting that commercial. But
off his iPhone, right?
Off his iPhone. That's why I was saying the marketing genius. He didn't pay no big time. He shot that shit on his phone. But it's for 30 seconds. For a spot, 30 seconds. I think it's like $7 million for 30 seconds.
And I noticed that this year, some of the big names wasn't in their commercials. Doritos, Budweiser. I didn't see too many of those commercials. Pepsi.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
No. Oh, no.
I didn't see too many of them like you usually see.
No, it wasn't a lot of movie trailers either, like you normally is. But I know movie...
You know how much them seats were going for, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, them seats is crazy.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
If the Eagles was there, though, I would have took out a loan. I would have sold my car.
That's crazy.
It ain't that serious.
I would have sold my car.
It is never that serious.
Shut please.
Nah, I wouldn't sell my wife. She would have came with me.
So now you need 2 tickets? You would have started
OnlyFans?
Oh, my God.
You started OnlyFans for some Eagle tickets?
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first. We're gonna sign.
I told my wife we should do OnlyFans. We wear masks. Nobody know who he is. I wear a long sleeve shirt. Nobody can see my tattoos. I think we get away with it for a little bit.
Have you ever recorded yourself? I know it's so random.
It's been a while. And it was a failure.
Oh.
You can just see the top of my head. I tried to sneak and do it.
Not sneak and do it.
You don't sneak. You gotta let the other person know.
I don't.
Oh.
That's not consent.
That was present tense. I have questions. You don't or you didn't?
I didn't. It hasn't.
The thoughts and views are
this hasn't happened since.
We always have to say this. He gonna get us.
My twins was little, so it's been like years. But when it was like the first time I think it was like twice, 2 or 3 times. First time was let's just try this, something new. Neither one did it before, but even then it's still like trying to prop the phone up, phone falls.
I get it.
All that shit. The second time,
I didn't ask.
The second time it was like on the dresser.
Randomly in the middle, like we in the middle doing it. I just set the phone up, just press record, and then after like 2 minutes, I just stopped.
I went back and looked. When she went to work, I went to look. I was like, let me see this. Boom! I pressed play. I was like,
this is
when I had hair. So this was a long time ago.
Your Snoop Dogg pressing curl. That's all you saw.
No, this was I grew it back again. So it was like a fro, like a wild fro, and then that's all you see. And I was like, that was a failure. And then I told her about it.
Can you hear
she
the
started
noises?
laughing. Huh?
You should at least posted it for the noises. Someone would have been excited.
But OnlyFans and shit wasn't out then. It wasn't even. I don't even think.
Listen,
I don't think that was out either.
Back in our day, you used to stare at the blurry stuff long enough. I'd be like, I think that was
99.
a nipple right there.
That was.
And
if you wait long enough, it'll kick in. If you wait long enough, those squiggly lines would be like, you be like, oh,
they're getting it.
They in the negative, but you know,
it's in the negative.
They look like avatars, but hey,
you gotta wait for that BET Uncut tip drill video to come on.
Shout out to BET.
They trying to bring that back. I heard.
Yeah, I heard that too. It's
not gonna be the same.
It's not.
No. I honestly think it'll be worse.
Yeah,
but
the videos out now that
are way worse.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like everything's already uncut, so there's nothing to show. That
because you can just go to World Star or Twitter.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So there's nothing they can show us that we haven't seen. Uncut was because they used to show us stuff that we up and down my Twitter feed. Well, I'm like, I don't even follow you guys.
What? I ain't got Twitter.
Well,
I got it. Oh shit!
I don't even follow you guys.
Thank God.
Drake.
Oh,
I heard about this nigga. Somebody tried to tell me it was leaked, bro.
Stop. He did it himself.
Celebrities always say that.
He was like, well,
They
you know,
say that.
they hack into people's phones all the time. So nobody hacked into his phone and saw his son, but they did to see his dick.
Thank you. I think your son is more important than that little scrawny lip dick.
Come on,
Nobody
man.
wants
It
that.
was darker than I thought it was gonna be. I will say that.
Okay,
And there was like a little curtain. No, I'm joking.
Why are we still talking about celebrities?
let's get Drake up out of here.
Apparently, Mr. Timberland is on drugs.
No, he was.
Oh, he was.
You
Yeah, I
gotta
didn't know
stop
that.
saying. You really gotta be accurate on that.
Somebody gonna clip that.
I know they don't click
Get
that.
us
He's on
sued.
drugs. Was on drugs. Excuse me. When was this?
This was a while ago, but he was saying that he went
Probably
to
when
the
he was
doctor.
hanging with Scott Storch a lot.
I ain't no telling. He looked like he on cocaine all the time.
Well, he was. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh well, there you go.
probably is.
I know he was. It was what's that drug? Oxycontin. Yeah. So he went to the doctor for a tooth or something, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all ever seen that little film on Netflix.
No.
Yeah.
About I can't think of what it's called.
I don't know the name of it, but the one where they're talking about the epidemic. And
When it
how-
happened, how it all started. Now, that shit is sad, dog. There's a dude in there that they keep track of the whole time. It's of course
'Cause
it's
he
a
hurt his
remake.
back.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
one.
he ended up overdosing.
His
had a
he was
wife
at
and-
work.
Yeah.
His nephew or his son, his oldest son, wasn't paying attention. He has his CD player, and they kept telling him, turn off the music.
Mhm.
And he hit a button on accident, and it swung the little arm, hit his dad in the back, and it like broke his back. So they were like, well, we have this new drug that's going to help you with painkillers,
Mhm.
and this was like before it was stronger than ibuprofen. So they released it, and this was before it was a schedule, whatever, narcotic or whatever. It was the
Wow.
new Tylenol,
Yeah.
And he got hooked, and he was in the drug like, please, I need some more. Like
Yeah, it
they
was
followed his
bad.
whole journey. It was
It
crazy.
was bad.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah, y'all should
You gotta check it out. Yeah,
It's sad because he was
lost
married
everything.
with
Yeah.
kids and
beautiful
stuff.
family.
And he ended
Had
up
her own
coming out the
business.
store. Somebody came out the store or something. How it ended, he was like, he met with somebody and bought some, and took it, but they was snorting it.
Yeah.
So you get a bigger high, and he died.
Mhm.
That was his last time. He died in a truck, and some dude came and was like, "Hey man, you good? Hey."
And he was just
And
gone.
ended up passing away, but
Mm.
they go.
A lot of stuff happened between that. But
Yeah. The court case and that shit is still on the market. Was scary, and people
Yeah.
are still getting addicted to it.
What?
Isn't that what
The
what's his
Oxycontin?
name was addicted to? August Alsina? When
Probably.
he broke his leg. And that's how he.
You got Oxycontin, Oxycodone. you
That's
got-
how you linked up with
It's all in the
Jada.
family.
My uncle he broke his foot, his ankle or something like that, and they gave him some, and he only took it one time. He said, I'm fighting through the pain after that, because he said he had a dream and he was floating above his body, and like he was like, I was so high. He's like, this ain't for me.
And he probably
literally
took
threw
it like regular.
Yeah.
Imagine like snorting it.
Yeah.
Well, we can't imagine snorting it, but it's
Or
you get a
shooting it or
10 times.
anything.
Yeah, it's
I
I
a
know when I
10
got to
times
my
high.
car accident, they gave me something strong. It wasn't Oxycontin, and they did tell me it's a narcotic. You can get
Mhm.
addicted to it. I
Yeah,
took
yeah.
it once, and I was just like, it didn't do nothing for my pain, so I stopped taking it. I was
Yeah.
like, painkillers don't
I do
do
not take
nothing to me,
No,
so I just have to go through the pain.
that oxy shit will.
Well, Oxy might, because I never had it, but
That's the pandemic that they talk about, because
Yeah.
white people is getting fucked up off of it. So it's a dire situation. But crack,
Right, right.
I saw a video recently. They were interviewing New
that's
Edition
strong. It's stronger. That's the
and Bobby
crazy thing,
Brown
it's
about
stronger than
that.
crack.
So
Like,
apparently
that's crazy.
there's a video of Bobby Brown performing, and it looks like
Oh, a
crack
dime
fell
bag,
out
like a
of his
dime-
pocket. But he
yeah.
said, he's claiming it was a piece of his watch that broke off. He said, "Why would I have crack fall out on stage? It would melt." That's what he said. He said it was melt. He said it's a piece of his watch. He said if he get that
Bobby.
AI stuff to zoom in,
Bobby,
You
we
see-
seen it. It's a bad. It's like a 20 rock.
he said a piece of his watch. I want to be like, what watch? There was no watch on, but okay.
Nah,
Right.
that nigga picked that
But the
up.
fact that he said it would melt on stage,
Nah, he know what he's talking about. He know what he's talking about.
all them lights.
Mm.
Don't
Damn,
melt.
man. Yeah, crack. That oxycodone shit is stronger than it's stronger than crack. I remember Boosie said that. He was like, I'd rather for people to do crack than this.
Mhm.
Crackheads live a long time, surprisingly.
You know what?
And they hustle.
Pothead.
Huh?
Potheads.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson is still kicking.
Listen, the weed that's out now is not the same weed that was from back in the day. Since the government took control.
Willie Nelson probably grows his own
Unless
weed.
you know somebody that
Yeah, I think
grows
he
it
has
themselves.
Willie Nelson ain't getting his regular weed.
He probably
Willie
been
Nelson
growing
got
his
it.
though.
I know.
Or
Yeah,
like,
man,
you know, the
right.
direct source. Whatever you go into these stores to go buy, it is not the same.
You know what? I told my homeboy that. I said, you know, I don't think I can't because I don't consume it like that. I don't think like if you go to Vegas and go to the thing, I think that's like a lot of. I'm assuming hybrids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think what she was
There's a
saying.
lot of hybrid, but yeah, it's
I mean,
I don't think
there's-
like if you go to a private place that's
It's not
like
pure.
growing
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
own seeds and shit, I think that's a different weed than you going to a dispensary.
Yeah, for sure.
I know
You
with a
need to check,
dispensary.
yeah.
I know with a dispensary though, you get high as hell. I had an edible and
You can either there you'll still
I
get
said,
high.
nah, my brother.
And it's not about the THC, it's about
Yeah.
the tannins. But I used to be a very big pothead back in the
yeah.
day. I don't smoke at all anymore. But yeah.
Okay.
Before we get into our last two topics of the
16,
night,
16 minutes.
we're going to give a shout out to our, I was going to say promoters.
Sponsors.
Promoters. Shout out to our sponsors, 210 Hip Hop, Saytown
Saytown.
Hip Hop. Who's 210 Hip Hop?
I don't know. You said that too. That's your second time.
It is.
That's an IG.
That's
Somebody's
their IG, right?
Somebody's IG is 210.
Yeah. So shout out to our sponsors, Saytown Hip Hop. Make sure you go ahead and get your music on that playlist. I need to go ahead and add my song to that playlist. I'm BSing. I need to do it. I'm definitely going to do it this week. Go ahead. Any underground, indie, local artists, add your song to that playlist. It's random, curated. You get to see who's going to be on the playlist for the week. Go ahead. Follow them. Saytown Hip Hop. You don't want to miss out. Dope music, hip hop, R&B. Love it, love it, love it. Now, the next topic, I'm going to let you talk about it. The high school one. You bring that up.
Oh, I just thought about this on the way over here. I was, you know how they say, what would you do differently if whatever? I was thinking, if you could start from like knowing everything that you know now, if you could start from 9th grade, high school, what is some different steps that you would take to prepare yourself for the future, I guess I would assume. Like, I would definitely take football, and football wasn't my love sport, but I would have took it way more serious,
Mm-hmm.
because then, you know, that probably would have opened up a lot of different doors versus, because I had a scholarship to go play at Paul Quinn basketball, and I didn't even play basketball in high school, but I could have went to Paul Quinn, but I heard that niggas in Dallas don't fuck with San Antonio niggas.
No, it was
So
more
I didn't
so
go.
Houston.
Well, I just learned that because my homeboys ended up going to Prairie View before I went, and that's who they said that they had the most issues with Dallas niggas. So, I don't know. After that, I just didn't go. I just went to St. Philip.
It was more so. I mean, you got your. That's probably like a
Small.
small thing, but
This is like 2003, 2004.
yeah,
so.
that's what I'm saying. Like that around that time, Dallas and Houston wasn't getting along like that. Like to the point where I had like 3 or 4 homeboys at separate years go to HBCUs in the state, and Dallas, and if you can't, they from the Dallas Fort Worth area. They go to TSU, U of H, Prairie View. You know what I'm saying?
Glenn,
Yeah,
Texas,
all of it.
Southern or whatever.
Even the JUCOs, Kilgore, Tyler JUCO,
Yeah, Tyler.
Trinity Valley Christian. The DFW dudes in Houston, it was always
Clash.
some sort of clash, and then it was even more so like that when my big brother came home from the penitentiary. He was always having some sort of issue with a Houston dude, and it was just weird. And even in music, it didn't really start kind of severing, like not severing, but that problem started to dissolve when Texas was really on some like, hey man, we really on this South, like bring the South out in music and all of that. And that's when you saw
the Tuck and all them come together with
Slim Thug and all of that. So
I think I'm gonna piggyback on what you said. I probably would have took sports more serious. I didn't do too many sports, but in middle school I did tennis, and then when I got to high school I kind of just left it alone. I probably would have stuck with it.
I definitely would have wrestled.
You didn't wrestle?
Did they have it?
I had the opportunity to, but my mind was on other things. But like knowing what I know now, I definitely would have wrestled.
What was your wrestle name be?
No, I'm talking about
like
school.
I know if you would have made it big time.
Like
no, it would have led me to what I'm doing now. Like,
got
that's what
you.
I'm saying.
I know, but I'm just saying if you did WW.
I'd just probably go by my name.
Okay, I can see that. What would you do differently? Freshman year?
I just thought about it. We got to give him a name. We're going to do a poll. Get Travis a wrestler.
Man, don't put
Nah, not the Mississippi.
Nah.
Don't put no dumb out.
Really gonna learn how to.
Nah, it'll be like some.
Introduce them.
What's up, dumb out?
Looking at it.
No, it's not a poll like I'm putting names. There'll be a poll like people are saying.
Yeah, people.
No, I get what you're saying.
Oh,
so for those putting
stupid names,
stupid shit out, you're not gonna like me.
The black.
After you do
the black knight.
Okay, so maybe we'll give them some choices.
Give them choices. I like that. And vote. What freshman year?
Just to keep your sanity. and my page up.
This is funny, hilarious. Luckily for y'all, I have thought about this in depth.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I think I would have been more vocal on my friend group because I was that girl that was friends with a little bit out of all the groups. So I just kind of bounced. I didn't really have like one solid group. I was friends with the goths, the gays, the popular people, the cheerleaders, the football player. Like a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
And then also my fun fact, when I was at Carroll, I was supposed to join the track team because I ran track up until then when I was in Cali. My senior years when I went to Carroll. And DC Sniper happened. And so we weren't, they pretty much canceled everything. Yeah. So I was like, the coach like loved me and my form was really good and everything else. Like I was going to be like all star track. And so because of DC Sniper, like they were like sending us home. I used to walk down the middle of the street. Like if he going to hit me, it won't matter if I'm ducked behind a tree. You want to hit me, he going to hit me. So I used to just walk. I used to get so mad. And I'm like, but did I die?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Dang, DC Sniper, I haven't heard that in a while.
Did y'all see the doc, not the, I want to say it's a documentary about it, but they interviewed the boy that he was with from prison.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? It's like a 4 or 5
I heard
part.
of it. I didn't watch it.
What was it? Was it on Netflix? Or?
It might be on Netflix. It could be on
I'm gonna go look it up now. I'll probably watch it now.
It literally is from the words of, like the boy is literally kind of narrating this thing a little bit. You don't see him, but it's literally like they talk to that man's wife, like stuff that led up to it, like his background in the military. Like
they made a movie about it.
Like this fool, he heard something. So what he was like, what opened his eyes up to racism was when he got to the military. He was overseas. They were downrange in the desert, and he's Army. And they were on a convoy, and he overheard one of his comrades one of his battle buddies say something about sand niggas. He said, yeah, like he made that comment, and later that night, he decided to let off a grenade near the tent dude was in. And they sent him home. Like they didn't, like he ain't get in trouble. And that's the thing about the military. Like
they just kick you
You
out.
can do something, anything for real. But if
a mutual friend, I always tried everything to get kicked out, and they didn't get
it. Just don't happen. I don't think he thought about it like that. He was just like
probably sending a message or.
Oh, you said something.
Oh, okay.
Man, just let off a grenade right near that man's tent. It didn't kill him because I don't think he was in there. But like
it could have.
Damn.
And then just a bunch of stuff started happening, and then what really like was the catalyst to this whole thing was he was going through a divorce with his wife. And I think they had like maybe like
so
2, 3
woman
kids.
broke his heart, and that's
Of course. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
So, like,
circling back to the first topic.
So they're going back.
We love hard.
So they're like, I think they may have like 2, 3 kids, something like that.
You love
And-
hard.
So the little boy wasn't his kid?
No.
No. The boy that was riding around with him is some boy from Jamaica he met.
Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't even
shit.
his
I
kid.
thought
You
that
ever
was
seen
his
the
So
movie?
that wasn't his
No,
kid.
I haven't
I'm
seen it.
saying.
There's a movie about it. You have to
Yeah, that's
watch
what
it.
like what I'm
Oh,
like
snap.
what I'm describing.
Oh,
to
yeah,
you,
I gotta
this ain't
check that
the-
out.
What I'm describing to you, this is not the movie. This is something that somebody did journalistic research on.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they went to that penitentiary that boy is at currently
Yeah.
and put a microphone in front of him and recorded it. And he is literally going through all of it. And, you know, of course, like the detectives and people that were affected there, it literally pinpointed the moment he left the courthouse, because they interviewed that man ex-wife. It was like the minute he left the courthouse, and it was like, wait a minute, sir, if there's a recording of the judge telling him it was either like a restraining order of some sort or like she's going to get some sort of custody.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was walking out the courtroom, he looked at it and he said, gotcha, and walked off. Her lawyer even was like, hey, we need to get you some sort of protection.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody seen him. Nobody had heard from him.
The next
She
minute-
moved, did Hawk. Somehow, he located her.
Yeah.
Somehow. He went from, I think they were in Seattle somewhere. They was somewhere on the West Coast. And made a whole path and got all the way to D.C. because his whole thing was America betrayed him. From the military, through the court system,
Yeah.
through all of that. He was like, I'm going to make America feel how my people feel, how I feel.
How many people did he kill?
He killed a good 7, wounded maybe 2. Like, he went off. Like, I forget the number, but
that
it's
was
high.
a scary moment because it was like
When
he's
shot it-
shooting from cars.
When
Yeah.
he
You
popped
like, what?
When he popped the kid, as he was, because I think that kid was late to school that day.
God
He
damn.
missed the bus. He was like, wait a minute. They think, and it was so crazy how it would happen. A few of them were like within like a mile with like a mile or 3 within each other. He would park across the street at some fast food restaurant. He would be parked. The boy would be in the back.
Just shooting people.
Oh, so the boy was a shooter.
The boy was the shooter. He's literally like the spotter.
Yeah, telling the boy
Oh.
what to do.
Telling the boy where to shoot.
Oh, see, I didn't know
You
all
gotta
this.
watch out.
I gotta go.
I'm telling you, it's in detail. When I'm talking, we was at the crib glued to the TV every week behind it.
That sounds like a good watch. We definitely gotta watch
And
that.
I had just like a year before that, I had just moved to Texas,
Wow.
And you was in D.C.
With it.
and it was
going
coming
on.
down.
It is.
It was coming down to Virginia at that point, like
Wow.
the Tidewater area and all of that. Like he was making his way down there because he would be like in Maryland somewhere, and then he would somehow hit the corner of Virginia somewhere and then come back this way. It was
not
weird.
hard to get across.
Yeah, it ain't hard,
It's
because you
literally across the street. DC's right here, Maryland's right here.
Oh.
Go up another.
Yeah, it ain't.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, it's literally boom, 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 boom. It ain't hard. Where you could do something over here in Baltimore,
That's an
pop
hour
somebody
from
over
DC.
here, but then like while they got they focus over here,
You in
You
Virginia.
just going
you
out.
done hit 5 blocks over here. Oh, now you in another state.
Yeah.
Bing, bing. Like his whole thing was to do something. I think it was at the inauguration, or like 4th of July. It was something significant, and he was gonna do it in D.C. and I think it was gonna be like near the Capitol building or something like that. But what got him caught, and I think he would because he had located his wife, because by that time he done figured out where he was, like where they were, and figured out
making his
paths
way
and all of that. What got them caught was they had pulled into like a YMCA or something. And I think dude told him don't go to sleep. And the kid ended up going to sleep.
At that time,
and somebody came up on the car and surrounded it.
Every box truck, every, like, those U-Haul vans,
Yeah.
every single one of those was getting stopped.
Because everybody, that's right, because everybody thought
it was a box truck.
It was about because one.
He was in a car though.
Yeah, but one.
He was in the trunk.
When it first jumped off. Yep. When it first jumped off, they ran with the narrative of this one witness that said it was a van.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they went off.
And so they was looking for the wrong.
Like she said, they were hitting everything that looked like what could be that fit the description. While they in a blue box shaped Caprice, dropping any and everything they wanted to stop moving.
Dang.
I just want to say shout out to our guest, Miss Erika Sheppard, for being on our show. Tell people again what you do.
Yep.
And where they can find you, all that good stuff. And then we have a deep question to end the show for you.
Ooh, okay. Deep question. So my name's Erika, Brunch Boss. You can find me on all platforms at Brunch Boss TX.
See it on the cup?
Right here, Brunch Boss TX. Add a TX for Texas at the end. @ you got me. You can find all my tickets through the links in the bios or www.brunchbosstx.com. Follow me, call me, beat me, you know how to reach me. March 10th at Wine 210 is my next event. We're doing brunch at Tiffany's. Unfortunately, that one is sold out. Sorry. And then I'll be doing the second quarter events. We'll be launching in March. So I'll be letting y'all know if you want to hear about it first. You hit my email list by going to my email my website www.brunchbosstx.com. Click subscribe, and the email list always hears about my events first.
Yes. And she does game nights, so if you love to have fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike. He is game my nights. Co-host, and we also do game nights at Trice's, which is an amazing place. Please check it out.
It's like African cuisine.
Yes, West African cuisine. It's so good. Family owned. Home. The wife is in there slaving. Listen, the food is good. Got to go try it out. It's really
haven't had the food yet, but I heard it's good.
Yes, it is so
hopefully
good.
this Friday I'll try it.
Yes,
I'll be there this Friday. So,
yeah.
Go ahead, give out your shout outs, your thank yous, gentlemen. Then we're gonna do that deep question we always ask our first guest timers.
Yeah, let me see what the time is. You can go ahead, Travis, and do the shout out.
Oh yeah, shout out to my two podcast things, Well You Ask and Off the Top.
Hold up, Travis. Hold up. Okay, 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to my podcast things, Well You Ask and Off the Top. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my fight team. Shout out to Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. RP BJJ Petranco Road. Muay Thai. I teach Muay Thai on Monday evenings. And then there's another class on Wednesday nights. Some other things are coming down the pipe as far as that's concerned, involving me in that space.
What we talking about?
Yeah, like what kind of like what we talked about, the kids program and stuff, running it for them. So that's I'll keep you posted on that. That's all.
If you got any kids that need to learn how to fight.
But in the meantime, if you need some
training, not just kids, adults too.
Kids, adults. I have clients from that span all over, all across, different industries. You know what I'm saying? So,
shout out to the wife, the kids, my mom, my sis, everybody who supports the podcast. Live at 5 Studios, dope interviews. Subscribe to YouTube. Shout out to my podcast team, and shout out to us. Hitting 3 years, our anniversary next week. We're gonna have T-Poke coming through. He said he coming through with the cinnamon toast cheesecake, and then we're trying to get ITP in here to get some egg rolls popping. So
I got introduced you to them too.
Hey, yes,
black-owned businesses, dope food. Shout out to my podcast team, our guests, Erika Sheppard, Brunch Box. Go ahead, check out. I've been to a couple of her events. They are very dope. And not only do you get to have fun, you get to network, which I love. You get to network. I met a lot of business owners. I love that. Now, the question of the night.
I'm going to have to do that on my phone because we're going to run out of time on it.
Do your deep question real fast so we can end the show.
I only got 2 minutes on the camera.
That's fine.
She ain't gonna be able to answer that in 2 minutes.
You can do it on your phone.
I know.
That's what I said.
This is a. Is it considered deep?
Is what considered deep?
The question I usually ask at the end.
What's something you stand by?
Yeah. It is deep.
It can be.
It's deep.
There's no wrong answer.
There's definitely wrong answer.
Oh, God. Go ahead. Ask that question.
All right. So, the question is, what is? Well, because I'm pretty sure you up on current events. I can tell. So, I always related to the Kanye West, Kyrie Irving situation that they went through. With Kyrie Irving posted the link to the documentary, and then Kanye West talking about he did a lot of shit, but it was basically evolved around the Jews and Israel and stuff.
Okay.
So they got basically crucified in the public eye. So, but they stood on what they believed in.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what is something that you believe in wholeheartedly to where you're willing to suffer those consequences for?
One of our guests said that unsweet tea is the best tea ever.
Yeah.
She's willing to die on that. I know. So that is no long answers, but
yeah. So some people
Definitely
give
some foolish one.
some people give answers like that. Then some people will say
their
other
family,
stuff like,
so anything.
Okay, say the question one more time.
What is something that you believe in to the point you're willing to risk the consequences for believing in it?
Okay, I'm gonna take the funny route.
You can
You go.
You can do whatever you want.
The left lane is for people who have ticket money. If
That's
I'm
true, though.
close
That's
to
a fact.
you
No,
and you're
that's-
uncomfortable, you should probably move to the right. Just wait for me to pass. Come back. If everybody adapted the ideology that maybe I'm making it home because my goldfish is on his last breath. I don't know.
Not the
There's
goldfish.
some emergency that, because the power of the tongue, I gotta be careful what I say. But some emergency that they need to get there. If I see someone coming up on me, I don't get mad. I just move, and then I go back, and that's it. And I'm a fast driver. So the left lane is people who got ticket money. 70, 80 is not fast enough. And if it's 2 lanes, please stay out because where are we supposed to go?
Definitely, you're supposed to be on the right lane.
Wait, you said
604?
70, 80 is not fast?
No, not for the left lane on 35.
Nah, 35. You can,
No.
75, 80 is probably the speed limit.
That's why I don't do highways.
If there's 3 lanes, 70, 80, you sit right here in the middle.
That's
You
why
want to
I do
drive the speed
highways.
limit? Go ahead and hit that right. No people are going to go past in front of you because the exit, middle lane, that's maybe 5-10 miles above the speed limit. The left lane, oh, y'all got ticket money. Okay, let me move about y'all way because that's it. That's all.
Shout out to the people
Yeah,
with
2
ticket
lanes
money.
too. If
Yeah.
it's 2 lanes, you stay in the right lane. If
Shout out to
you-
the people with
you
ticket
ain't
money.
about
Let
that
me borrow
life.
$1 or 2, 3, 4,
I mean, most.
That's only you get caught, baby.
Yeah.
Listen.
You already know.
You gotta know the spots.
Yeah.
My girl Erika Sheppard, Brunch Boss. Make sure you go ahead and follow her on all social media platforms and visit her website. March, Brunch at Tiffany's. I will be in the mix.
Yeah.
Bringing
Send some chocolate
vibes.
You gonna play your song?
It's not that kind of event.
Oh, just play the hook.
It's not that kind of event.
What kind of vibe is it?
Little black dress and pearls.
It's brunch.
Oh, okay.
It's brunch.
It's more
And a
like
wine
neo
bar.
soul R&B, wine.
some
Yeah,
Southern
yeah.
type.
Sort of, kind
Kind
of.
of sort of.
So how would a
With a little bit of turn up,
Yeah.
classy turn up.
Classy turn
is this
up.
a men and women type?
Yes, anyone can come.
Anyone
So how would
can
men
come.
dress?
It's
it?
sophisticated.
It's really
right?
just all black.
All black.
Got you. I can definitely.
Because
do
I'm
that.
personally wearing a black pantsuit, so
So
you don't have to wear a dress.
I got a lot of black in my closet.
So sophisticated ratchetness.
No, because I'm not ratchet, but I'm ratchet.
got it.
No.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Girl, DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
Man, it's your boy D, aka Mr. Live and Five himself.
T1.
And we are out. Peace.
That's it. What you say at the beginning? It's the fella sitting to the left.
Left side.
Left side fella.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna take pictures real fast, then we're gonna let you go.
LSL.
Hope we didn't hold you too long.
Left side fella.
Hey, man, I'm about to do shit.